Hello. The second theorem that we will cover today is basically that the three angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Now again lads, when we're revising this theorem, before we look at the theorem itself, there's one or two background information that we need to be very clear about. And what it involves is what's called alternate angles. And in the case of alternate angles, you know for a fact that they're equal in measure. So what we're looking at, for example, in order for an angle to be alternate, you have to have two things in place. Number one, you have to have two lines which are parallel to each other. Now typically in the junior cert, parallel lines are indicated with arrows like that. Now it will tell you in the question that A will be parallel to B using that symbol, as you know. Okay? But as I said to you before, they won't tell you in the junior cert that A is parallel to B unless there's a reason for A being parallel to B. And if it's the case that you have a straight line between A and B, then you're involving alternate angles. And the alternate angle, lads, is basically, if you look at this angle here, right, that angle is formed between the parallel line A and the line which goes between A and B. The second alternate angle, which angle is alternate to X? You go to the opposite side of that line, and it's the angle that's also formed between the parallel line, in this case B, and the line between it. So in that case, those angles are parallel, right? So that is alternate to that angle there. Similarly, this angle is alternate. We go to the other side of the line, and that angle there is alternate to it. So in that case, we know that this angle and this angle are equal in measure. Similarly, that angle and that angle. Now very, very simple as well, okay? If we look, for example, and if I give you the example of angle A, angle B, angle C, and angle D, okay? Which two angles there, Paul, are equal in measure?
Angle A and angle D are equal in measure.
Angle A and angle D are equal because they're alternate. And Joy, which other two angles are equal in measure?
Angle C and angle B.
Speak up for the camera.
Sorry, angle C and angle B.
Brilliant, Joy, well done. Angle C and angle B are equal because they're alternate. Okay? So that's very important, lads, that we understand that clearly before we look at Theorem 2. Okay, so we look at the theorem now. Right, so the first thing, and again now lads, what's very important is the layout of the theorem. We're starting off with given. We start off with a triangle ABC containing the angles 1, 2 and 3. And again, it's point format. You're given the triangle ABC containing angles 1, 2, 3 as shown. What do we want to prove? We want to prove that the three angles add up to 180. So you want to prove that 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 180 degrees. Now the construction, lads, is probably, very, very important. What I do is that the base of this triangle is the line BC. I want to construct or draw a line which we can call anything, in this case W, which is parallel to BC. So construct line W, given that W is parallel to BC. And you mark in angle 4 and angle 5 as shown. Okay? Now that should be fairly okay in terms of the construction. Now we're looking at the proof. And again now when we're looking at the proof, lads, we're looking, because these two lines are parallel, we're looking again at the alternate angles. So the proof. The proof will be as follows, okay? Angle 1 and angle 4 are equal because they're alternate. So again now lads, you say 1 is equal to 4, ... and you're giving a reason. You're not just making a blank statement. Similarly, 3 is equal to 5 because they're alternate. And now, we saw, lads, okay, in the previous theorem, that 4 plus 2 plus 5 is equal to 180 because it's a straight angle. We similarly know that 1 plus 2 plus 3, that would then have to be equal to 180. Why is that again? That if 4 plus 5 plus 2 is 180 because it's a straight angle, But you know 4 is equal to 1 and 5 is equal to 3. So if that is 180, that plus that must similarly be 180. Any questions about it there, lads, please? So you just give your general statement at the end. Therefore, the measure of the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Any questions, please? Okay, thank you.